Hey everybody, welcome to Shields Pizza once again on Telegraph Road in Southfield. This is the Lawrence Tech Football Coaches Show podcast. I'm Lauren Plant from State Champs. This is the head coach, the big cheese, the nacho eating, Jeff Duvendeck. Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
All right, good.
I had my nachos already.
You
so
did. You're ready. We're here every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. We invite you to join us. Shields will take care of you. There's a great food and drink specials, great atmosphere. It's always fun. Here's what we got in store for you tonight. All right, we're going to talk about what lessons we learned from the first loss of the season to Indiana Wesleyan last Saturday. There was a lot of good that came out of that game. We'll announce the Blue Devils Players of the Week. There are a few here tonight, so we're going to meet them and talk to them. We're going to break down some of the top plays from last Saturday's game, and we'll look ahead to this weekend's matchup with Northern Michigan. These guys have logged quite the mileage this season. Another 7-hour bus ride in store for LTU.
It'll be easy after North Dakota.
Yeah, that is true. All right. Again, I'm joined each week by the head coach, Jeff Duvendeck. First question, what did you learn about your team in the 38-24 defeat at the hands of Indiana Wesleyan?
One, I know we can compete in our league. You know, Indiana Wesleyan's had a close game against Taylor. They beat St. Francis of Illinois. And, you know, we were right there for the taking in that game. You know, we made some mistakes. We had 5 turnovers. Obviously, it's hard to win with 5 turnovers. But I saw us fight throughout that game. I saw some of our personal one-on-one matchups that we were able to handle. Some kids that we feel are really good players. So it was definitely the most talented team we've played thus far. So it was good to see how we reacted to that. And that we were able to handle those matchups. Yeah,
and again, you guys also stayed in there. You know, you guys competed to the end, but it was for the first time this season, turnovers really hurting you.
Exactly.
4 fumbles on the day, in which 2 were lost, 3 interceptions thrown by Tyler Kolka, which is not what we're used to seeing.
Right.
But again, you hadn't been used to seeing a defense and an offense this good.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I think, you know, we just got a little overamped probably for the game and put a little bit too much pressure on ourselves and, you know, didn't play within the system and made some mistakes and, you know, learn from those. We look back on them and now, you know, the guys are starting to understand that against some teams you can make those mistakes and get away with them. Against good teams, you really can't.
Yeah, and it provides actually valuable tape for you guys to show these guys, hey, here's where you went wrong. You had so many blowouts this season. Right. You didn't have too many opportunities to do that. Now, despite all of what we've said, you did have the lead in the third quarter at one point, 17-16.
Yeah, you know, Kendall, one of our players of the week, scored his second touchdown to put us up 17-16. At that point, he got hurt and left the game for the remainder of the game. Right. Probably our fastest remaining receiver with Higdon out as well. So, you know, we really struggled with speed, and I know Kendall was getting open throughout the day, so that kind of hurt us going forward. We weren't able to have that playmaker out there on the field, and shortly after that, we lost one of our offensive linemen as well.
You did.
And
he tried to gut it and get back in there, but
couldn't quite make it. But you saw him limping around. So,
yeah, exactly.
You know, so we took some injuries that kind of hurt us. Had a couple down going into the game as well.
Right.
So I think when we get back to full strength, we're definitely battling for that game.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, injuries are part of the game. Mm-hmm. I'm sure they had guys that were out as well. You know, it's just one of those things. You get to learn about the depth of your team and next man up, as they always say.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have to say the atmosphere itself was really great.
Yep.
It was obviously homecoming, but there were some big play touchdowns, you know, which got the crowd really going. Big interceptions by the Blue Devils. I mean, this was a real game, you know, and we hope for a different result, but it had to be a lot of fun just for you guys to feel like, you know, we're in this, we're down, we're up, and just for the coaches and the players.
Yeah, it was definitely a good chance for us to truly evaluate our team. And like you said, we made some mistakes in games earlier, but they kind of just got washed out with the score, right?
Yeah.
So having to battle through and be in a 17-16 game in the third quarter just wasn't things that we were used to from a coaching staff or a player perspective. And, to see how we respond to those things with both sides of that was good.
Yeah, you had several potential recruits on the sidelines. That was kind of exciting to see a bunch of high school players wearing their Letterman's jackets there, and all of that. What did they have to say about their experience?
They loved it. They loved the atmosphere. There's not too many NAI stadiums that you get that atmosphere.
Yeah, that's true.
We've had over 2,000 fans at every game, 3,000 at that one, 4,000 at the first one. So we've been, it's been a really exciting atmosphere. They saw our ability to be able to compete. They understand that we're all freshmen and we're competing against some upperclassmen. So, the recruits were excited about it, and it kind of opened their eyes to this is going to be a legit program.
Right.
So.
Yeah, exactly. College football.
Right.
We're going to break down about a half a dozen plays during our show, as well as meet a few of the Blue Devils who are here. Let's start by looking at a few now. So, Kevin Trzynski, we're going to begin with clip 1. Terrell Cunningham had a record day, 10 receptions, 149 yards, and 1 touchdown. This was a nice 23-yard pickup early in the game.
Yeah, we knew that position was going to be a big position for us, and obviously Terrell's our starter at that position. So we were counting on him to have a big day, and he was able to get free here on a play that we designed for him, and we had to release it a little bit earlier than expected with some pressure in the backfield on Tyler Coca. But
nice hands.
Yeah, which is why it was a little bit late reaction. Terrell seeing it, but and hopefully that's why he juggled it. But if he had caught it clean, it would have been a touchdown. But I think.
Right. You made the play.
Yeah, we made the play, and we got in a couple plays later, so we still got 7 out of the drive.
Absolutely. We're going to move to clip 5. And what we had here, Tommy Lappin had a program high 12 tackles, 4.5 were for a loss. Here punishing Wildcat quarterback Zach Blair behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback's pretty elusive, and he felt like he was going to get the edge on us, but like our guy said, there's not too many people who can get the edge on Tommy.
Yeah.
So he comes up, puts his face mask on his ribs, and he got up a little slow from this one.
Was that the best quarterback you've faced so far?
By far.
Yeah.
By far. He's a Division I transfer from Ball State. Very talented, makes really good decisions.
Yeah, he did.
He's got some good weapons on the outside, and I thought our defense did a great job of containing those guys.
And that really is one of the things that people should understand is that they've got Division I transfers, Division II transfers, whatever. They've got teams, they've got kids that are older in the program, and you're still fielding a team of freshmen.
Exactly. It was, just differing philosophies between myself and Coach Langs. Coach Langs wanted to take some transfers to get the thing kick-started.
Sure.
I wanted to build it from the ground up with freshmen, and who's to say which one's right or wrong?
Yeah.
They both can be right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but it was we were competing against older kids on Saturday.
Will you look at transfers and everything in the future here?
In the future, yes.
Okay.
What I wanted to do was build our foundation the first 2 years with all freshmen. And then going forward, in fact, after I leave tonight, I'm calling a transfer to offer to try and get him in January.
Okay.
So we're working on all that stuff. But the first 2 years, the foundation, I want it to be all freshmen.
That makes sense. And again, these are going to be your leaders this year and the next 4 years.
Exactly.
So, and then you just kind of, pick and choose spots where you want to have guys that you get a chance to look at.
Where haven't we been able to find a freshman to fill this? And
I know your coaching staff has been out on the road and scouting guys, and again, transfers. I mean, it's crazy. Things are always happening where players, maybe aren't getting an opportunity where they felt they would.
Right.
And again, you got to fit it in academically, so it's a whole process.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's all good though. As we get into our Players of the Week discussion, we have to start with the POW on offense this week, and that was wide receiver Kendall Williams, 3 catches and 2 touchdowns. Kendall is here with us tonight, so let us welcome number 2, Kendall Williams, to the microphone. come on in, have a seat. How you doing? All right, why don't you bring that mic close to you so we can hear you. Make sure we got you. All right. Now, your hometown is Lantana, Florida?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. That's in Palm Beach County, so pretty ritzy little area to live. Nice area. You went to, what is it? Is it Santa Luces High School? Okay. Your last season was a couple of years ago, right? How long have you been enrolled at Lawrence Tech?
I've been enrolled since last year.
Okay,
yeah.
So you're one of the guys that's been there from kind of the beginning.
Yes, sir.
So talk about this whole evolution from where you get on campus, there's no games ahead, you guys are just going to kind of figure out, who you are and just practice and just beat up on each other to now where you're, almost through a full season of this, what's called the reboot.
Yes, sir. Ever since football got on campus, we brought life to the campus. And
I agree.
Yes, and like homecoming last week, everybody was excited. We was excited. We didn't come up with the win, but I know our guys, they fought hard, and we will come up with the win next week.
No doubt about it. Coach, how'd you find this guy?
Just recruiting, beating the bushes.
You hit Florida kind of hard.
Yeah, we hit Florida. That first year, we took 9 guys out of Florida.
Yeah.
Kendall being one of them. Kendall's one of our, in my opinion, one of our most improved players from last year. He came in the fall and was kind of finding his way around and really learned and dedicated himself on working on his craft as a wide receiver. So he's put in a lot of time with that. He ended up breaking his leg at the end of spring ball last year. I was worried that he was going to lose some speed and quickness over the summer, but put in some hard work rehabbing and came back, I think, faster and quicker than he was when he left. So.
Well, he showed it on Saturday, a pair of touchdowns. We have both, and in our clip vault here, we're going to run the first one back-to-back as we have 2 angles of it. Let's run clip 2, and then we'll run clip 3, Kevin, right behind it. And, Coach, you could talk about it. 2nd and 6 from the 11. Kolka floats one to the back pylon.
We knew once we got inside the 20, there were a lot of man coverage. So we put Kendall on the backside, matched up on their corner, felt that was a good matchup for us. Gave him a little in-and-out route, what we call a K route. And, so he worked him to the inside, came back out, and Kolka put it up and over the DB. Looked a little bit like Rodgers to whoever it was last night for that game-tying touchdown.
Yeah, so. For sure. Talk about, just from a receiver's perspective, the comfort and the chemistry that you guys are building as a unit with Kolka.
Tyler Coker, I love that man. After every practice, we'll throw the ball, just get our timing right, and it showed on Saturday, the touchdown.
No doubt about it. And, he can spread it around. And, Tyler's, you can see his growth, his maturity, his evolution. He doesn't panic, and regardless of the interceptions, he's trying to fit him in tight windows. He'll get there.
Right.
He's just not there yet in terms of some of that. Let's go, while you're there, Kev, let's go clip 4 now. And this is clip Kolka running to his left. We lost our monitor, so it's all right. He'll get it there. We'll get it worked up, but this is when you had an opportunity to climb the ladder in the back of the end zone. And clip 4, yeah. Okay, so we can't see it here, so you're just going to have to describe it visually.
You want me to? Or?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, yeah.
So here we got a little play-action play that we're running, and our guys did such a great job of running the play-action. The guy that has Kendall man-to-man actually goes and tries to tackle Tanner Foley, and so Kendall's coming across the formation wide open and goes up extremely high. Shows his vertical and his fearlessness to go up, take a shot, and still hold on to the ball.
How much fun have you been having this season?
Oh, a lot of fun. Football, I love the game,
and
I've been playing football since I was 5 years old. It's just like backyard to me. It's playing in the backyard.
That's it, man. That's it. We noticed there were a lot of potential, Blue Devils on the sidelines from a bunch of different high schools. And do you take a role in helping try to recruit these guys?
Yes, there's some players back in my school. I'm trying to bring LTU to them. Tell us what we're about, and just trying to get them to our tradition.
because, I mean, it really is. It's almost like on social media and all that. You always want to talk to these guys and want to tell them, hey, man, this is great. This is where you should be. We got a great thing going. You know, I mean, do you rely on these guys to help you?
Oh, yeah. I always tell them our players are our best recruiters, you know. The kids can listen to us as coaches, but they just feel it's coach speak, right?
Right, I know.
When they get to know the players that are going to be their brothers, that are going to be their roommates, that are going to be on the road with them, that are going to be going to battle with them in the weight room, on the field, all that stuff, you know, they feel that bond, and that's what makes them want to come here. You know, that first 45 that we brought in last year did a great job helping us recruit last year.
Oh, I bet.
And now we'll continue to help us going forward.
Yeah. So what's your major?
Mechanical engineering.
Say it again?
Mechanical engineering.
Okay, mechanical engineer. All right. Well, that's deep. You know, that's rough. How has school been going for you?
It's been going good. It's kind of hard trying to manage work and football.
I know.
But I'm getting it done, though.
This is a full-time job,
Yes.
this thing right
Yes,
here.
sir.
You got practice tonight, you know? What kind of a job would you like to get when you get out of here?
I would like to build cars or roller coasters. That's what I really like to do.
All right. Okay. All right. So, all right. Well, let's. All right. We'll that's good. That's good. Thank you, Kendall, for being here. We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Okay.
We would like to finish up the highlights one more time there, Kev, if you can. Clip 6. Now, Andrew Campbell snuffed a first quarter Wesleyan drive with an interception on the home sideline. He does it again here from his safety position on just the third play of the second half.
Yeah, Andrew's here playing center field. Basically, he's the middle field safety. We knew they liked, post routes and things like that. And here he sees it. He's keying the quarterback's eyes and sees it and is able to drift underneath it and make a great play on the ball. He's got great hands, great ball skills, really good football instincts, and came up with 2 this game.
All right, so we'll finish up our Player of the Week awards. On defense, it was Cam Mitchell, 5 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 1 blocked field goal. He's here, but we talked to Cam last week, so we know about him. The special team award goes to Spencer Iaquinto, who had a 22-yard kick return. Now, the unsung heroes are your scout team guys. We always talk about the scout team guys here on the show. Scout offensive POW again was Andre Jackson, who we had back-to-back weeks. The Scout defensive award went to Nick Ryan, and the
3 weeks in a row for him.
Wow, 3 weeks. And the Scout special teams player of the week is Miles Young, and Miles is with us. So let's welcome Miles to the show. All right, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
All right. The Scout guys, we like that. Now, you're a local product.
Yes.
You played your high school ball at Ann Arbor Huron High School.
Yes, I
the
did.
The River Rats, as it were, one of the best nicknames in the state. You were a strong safety and a defensive back, right, in high school. Coach, where does Miles fit as far as position in your future?
He's been playing corner and some safety for us. Played corner this past weekend and contributing on special teams as well. So, we can kind of fit him in where we need him. He's a very highly football intelligent player and brings a variety of skill set.
All right. Now, you were another one that your last football season was 2016.
Yes.
So you graduated 2017, so it's been a while.
Very long time.
Why did you come to LTU?
First and foremost, my grandfather went here.
Really?
And
when did your grandfather go here?
a while ago. So he went here, and my dad actually came up here on my visit with me, and he told me that, and I thought it was a great place and fit really well. I love small class sizes. So
yeah. That's one of the things that we always kind of stress when we're doing segments is that, having like 12 kids to one professor, really gives you an opportunity to learn. Obviously, LTU is big on theory and practice, so you're doing books and then you're also doing your hands-on. What are you majoring in?
Nursing.
Nursing. Okay, so nursing is one of the programs that is just a couple of years old here now.
Yep.
Again, there's such a stigma to nursing, but it really is like Dr. Modgill, who is the president of the university, when the nursing program started, and regardless of any other program that's offered here at Lawrence Tech, he says, you graduate with a nursing degree, you are guaranteed a job when you graduate, period. No matter where, you're guaranteed. So it's a smart move. How's it been going for you?
It's been going really well. The class sizes obviously are very small.
Yeah.
I have 3 other teammates right now in my classes, and we're going along really fine, and it's really fun.
I mean, again, it's huge. We need nurses. It's a noble profession. So maybe you'll take care of one of us someday. Do you plan on staying local, or are you open to living in another part of the country?
I'm planning on staying local at least for a few years out of college. Okay. Then after that, I might spread out a little bit. Maybe move down to Texas where my grandparents are, but probably stay local for the first couple years.
Okay, all right. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So Miles Young, a nursing student at Lawrence Tech, and again, that's great. You got guys in all kinds of degree programs.
Yeah, I think that was our first nursing student. I think we have 5 of them on the team.
Yeah.
We're one of the only schools that I know of that does the nursing clinicals in the summer, so the athletes actually get to still participate. My last school, if we had any nursing students by their junior year, they were doing their clinicals and we never got them at practice. So, Therese Jamison does a great job of working that so that the athletes can be nurses as well. And Miles is starting the football program and starting the nursing program. So, they were both brand new. Yeah.
He's a pioneer, even though he was a river rat.
Right, exactly.
Not the pioneers in Ann Arbor. So, all right, we're going to finish up the podcast by looking ahead. Lawrence Tech has really done it all in its first football schedule in 70 years. You have faced a 2-time club national champ in Oakland University, won handily. You faced an NCAA Division III opponent, came back to win at Wisconsin Lutheran. You faced a fellow Mid-States Football Conference foe now in Indiana Wesleyan. And you're getting another crack at them in a couple of weeks. Now back to the NCAA ranks, but Division II this time in Northern Michigan. Ironically enough, they were a former NAIA program back in the day, a pair of NAIA playoff appearances in the 1960s. They won their first game this season, but have lost 5 in a row. Although that does include a 1-point loss to Davenport and a 3-point loss to Northwood. So there's a couple of games that could have went either way. What do you know about them?
They're a tough physical team. Coach Nystrom, his father was a great mentor of mine when I coached up there, actually. And, obviously he's taken over the reins 2 years ago and has done a great job of transforming them into a physical football team. They play great. They play fast, physical defense, and then on offense, they've got a really good running back. He was the back of the year in the GLIAC a year ago. I think he had over 200 yards against Northwood this year. Very physical kid, runs hard, and just produces. Yeah,
the Superior Dome will be the site, so otherwise you guys would be playing in the snow, which would not be fun. I know, exactly. Kevin just came from there. But you mentioned it, heavy rush attack. Their senior back, Jake Mayon, closing in on a school record. He's got 49 career rushing yards, already with almost 1,000 this season. How do you go about and attack that and stop that?
Well, we just have to be disciplined and stay in our gaps and keep gap responsibility, and then we have to be efficient in our tackling. The thing I've noticed about him is it doesn't take just one guy to take him down. It takes 2, 3, 4. And, if you can get him down on that first tackle, that's where a lot of his yards come, his yards after contact. But if we can be efficient in our tackling, get him down, and I think we can limit that. How would you rate your, let's say, your front four, through this point in the season? Our defensive line has been really, really good. We've had a couple change-ups with some injuries and things like that, but throughout the season, I think we're going to be at full strength this weekend. All right. But they get off the ball well. Coach Davis does a great job of coaching them up, and they're a physical group, and hopefully they can help us contain their running back. So you mentioned you coached there. When you were there, what role did you play? I was the offensive coordinator, offensive line coach. So my back at the time, Mark Boussois, I think holds the single game rushing record. So we're definitely not going to let that get broken. We're going to hopefully hold Mayon from breaking the season record as well. What do you remember the most about your time there? Because it's such a unique place. I met my wife there.
Okay.
So that was an important piece of my lifetime,
Yes,
obviously.
absolutely.
I loved my time in the UP. There's great people up there. Northern Michigan is filled with great people. So it was a really good experience, something that I, as a high school, my brother went to Michigan Tech when I was in 8th grade, and told my dad, I was like, why would he go there? I'd never go to the UP, right? I ended up living there 7 years later on.
7 years.
Yeah, 3 at Michigan Tech and 4 at Northern.
Wow.
And but I think it's a phenomenal place. So I'm looking forward to going back up and hopefully coming out with a W.
Absolutely. Do you have a prediction to make?
It's going to be a fast, physical football game.
Okay. There you go. We want to thank again Coach Jeff Duvendeck. Everybody, we never give you a proper round of applause, but you spending time and being here, we appreciate it. If you want to watch the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils take on the Northern Michigan Wildcats, they will be streaming the game live, so you can go to the Northern Michigan website at nmuwildcats.com to check it out. We will see you back here, same bat time, same bat channel. Please come visit Shields Pizza on Telegraph in Southfield for some great food and a great time. We'll be here 7 o'clock next Tuesday to talk about the Northern Michigan game. Thanks to our great crew here today, for the fellas to coming out, especially John Hevron and Kevin Trzynski for helping make this particular program possible. As always, go Blue Devils.